स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्।
He comes from a lineage of great sages, yogis, and saints from India. He began his spiritual journey at the age of 7 and was fully realized by the age of 14. During this time, he delved into different practices and acquired mastery over Tantra, Mantra, Yantra, Aghori practices, and Yaksha sadhana. He was a siddha, and many masters, saints, and sages used to visit him in solitude to gain wisdom and guidance from him since the tender age. Although he has been helping humanity since childhood, he never disclosed this part of him to the world, and only the advanced yogis and masters were aware of his divine presence. Only in the last 2 years he chose few people from the world and started guiding them in their spiritual paths, and those who have been closely associated with him have witnessed many miracles in his presence. Despite being a family person, he is a yogi and intends to help people entangled in this world achieve Jivan Mukti, liberation while being alive. He is truly in the world but not of the world, and if you really want to understand him, look him beyond his physical appearance and just sit with him and you will never be the same again. In his presence you will transcend your body and mind and experience the state of Sat, absolute truth, Chit, pure consciousness, Ananda, eternal bliss. Let us fold our hands in front of his divinity and with a heart filled with gratitude and love welcome our spiritual guru, the realized soul, and our enlightened master, Guru Meenakshi Mishra.
Om Asato ma sadgamaya tamasho ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya sarve santu niramaya sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Sarvamangalya Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadike Saranye Triambake Gauri Narayani Namostute. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Aham Brahmasmi. So, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another day of Q&A session. So, your questions, your answers, and I believe like you all are gearing up for the Mahasivaratri celebrations as well. So, Shivji has been lucky enough to celebrate 2 times. One in the human form and another in the divine form. Good. So we accept both ways anyways. So I believe all the initiations, those people, those who have been initiated, they are practicing it well. Everyone? Good. Because that preparation will make you reach that space on Mahashivratri. That's why the preparation has been given. And then all those who are in and around Hyderabad should be there physically. Don't miss that. I can understand people from abroad, like especially the people from UK, US, I can understand for them. But there are so many people, those who are traveling across India as well. So let's see who all makes that. And now, so Haribhai, any new people in the room, or we all have our family members?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not able to see any new people, but I think all are our family members.
Good. So thank you for that. So for now, my voice is clear to everyone?
Yes, Panditji.
Yeah. Chalo. So let's begin with the question then.
Yeah, Sainath Reddy, please unmute yourself.
Aham Brahmasmi Guruji.
Brahmasmi, Sainath ji, how are you?
So I am fine, Guruji.
Yeah, please tell.
Actually, I got your link from Jairaj Garu.
Okay.
So my problem is, actually my sister is missing from last 25 days.
Okay.
What's the problem is she don't want to marry. Actually, she got married before 2 years.
Okay.
And she got divorced in June 2021.
Okay.
After that, we have got a proposal in January 26th, 2022.
Okay.
On January 27, 2022, she is missing. She left the home and she gave us a mail that she don't like to marry. And she said that, please don't find me. If you will find me, I will do something to myself. She has gave a mail to me
Okay.
and my sister.
Okay.
And we are looking for her throughout the city in Hyderabad. I have in 200 to 300 hostels.
Okay.
in Gachibowli area and in Amirpet area and
Okay.
in also Kukatpalli area. Nowhere she is. And we have traced out her call details. We cannot get any clue. We have traced through the IMEI details of her phone. We have not get any clues.
Okay. So her name?
Shravanti.
Okay. So you want to find her?
Yes, sir. Yes, Guruji.
Okay. So, but if she said like she's not ready to marry, and if he comes back, then
So actually, we will not get any proposal right now, and we don't want to tell her this all things also. Let her be herself.
okay. Okay, Sainaji,
So,
you'll get some news, so don't worry.
Guruji, when Guruji, we are actually in my home. My mother is also not a stable condition.
It is difficult. It is difficult.
Yeah, Guruji.
But don't worry, you will get a trace of it soon. So don't worry on that part.
Guruji, actually, she has worked in Chennai in June, July, and August, Guruji.
Mm-hmm.
He was there actually in August from 10th to 25th August. Totally a 5 lakhs amount was drawn from her account.
Okay.
Just only through the ATM withdrawals. Actually, we came to Chennai before in last week Saturday, and we have find out there also through our friends and through our office colleagues, but they are also not telling anything. Actually, we have doubt on one girl, and what she was saying is her words were totally different, Guruji.
What's her age?
Her 27.
Okay. Okay, just check for the next 2 to 3 days. You should get a hint of that. So don't worry.
Okay, Guruji.
Okay.
Okay,
and whatever it is, just keep a message to me. We'll see.
Okay, Guruji.
Hmm?
If anything from my side, should I do anything?
No,
Or,
not now, not now. Let's just wait for the next 2-3 days.
next for 2-3 days, Guruji.
Yes.
Guruji, and I have a doubt if anything happened in Chennai.
Mm-hmm.
Can you?
See,
What happened to her?
We will not conclude anything as such now. So just give me 2-3 days now.
Okay, Guruji.
Hmm?
Okay, Guruji.
Fine. Okay, Sainaji.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you. I will
Thank
join
you.
the session again, Guruji.
Sure, sure.
Thank you, Sainath Garu. Aditi ji, please unmute yourself.
हर हर महादेव हर हर महादेव मेरा क्वेश्चन ऐसा है महादेव, कोई भी आत्मा जब उसको मोक्ष मिलता है तो क्या ऐसा मीन्स कंपलसरी है या ऐसा रिचुअल है कि उसको मनुष्य योनि में ही लास्ट है तो उसको मोक्ष मिलता है, या कौन से भी सजीव के रूप में वो है तो उसको मोक्ष मिल सकता है?
Okay.
This is the one.
Okay. So let's go one by one then. So whether you should be a human to get moksha, or is it okay for a dog, cat, and an elephant to also get moksha, right? Okay. What do you think?
मनुष्य योनि की जरूरत है.
Sri Deepika ji is saying Gajendra Moksham. So Gaj ko bhi moksha mila hai. Okay. So you should be a human or not. Why you have any doubt? Like you will not get this time. So whether you go to any another yoni and then also you will search for something and come out of that.
No, man. Just curiosity. I don't know.
Okay. Now tell me one thing. Who is the Vahan of Mahadev?
Nandi.
Nandi. Kartikeshwar?
Mayur.
Ganesh?
Mouse.
Indra?
Elephant.
बताओ ये सब इंसान है क्या?
नहीं.
फिर देवताओं के पास क्या कर रहे हैं? See, on a realm of creation, human has been given as the most emphasized, means they are conscious enough to realize that they can get moksha. But it doesn't deprive an animal not to get that. Because awakening is something we think we only can awaken. How many of you have even seen a dog who acts more sensible than humans? Anyone? The animal at times is more sensible than humans. Rather, a human will try to fight with you, but in your sorrows, an animal will come and sit by your side as if it is understanding what you are going through. So who is more aware? So it is not the case of moksha, it's all the case of awareness. If you get aware of to that sensibility, or else just think of a bull. He said, वो कुछ समझ में नहीं आता उसको. He doesn't understand anything, only keeps on doing whatever is told in a one single way. Then how does it become Nandi? So this is, although it is not deprived for animals, but it is very rare to happen. However, just being a human is also not enough. So what was the condition there? It was consciousness. Now just think of when you are sitting and meditating. For all our people, those who are here, and the kind of experiences that you are having right now. Can you compare the same thing with what you used to feel earlier before doing all these things? Can you compare even that? No, you cannot. Why? Because that was a realm of consciousness when you were only able to see towards the world. However, after this, you are developing a certain consciousness that you are able to experience certain things that is not in the realm of this world. And before you ask the next question, I will tell you the answer for that also. The answer for your upcoming question would be, shall I? Or you want to put with the question first? Hold on.
Please continue.
So here, as I am saying about consciousness, through you, I want to answer few other people also. People think, is it possible to see a divinity in the form of a human being? And why are there statues in these temples where the gods just look like me? What would be the reason? Is it something that somebody created and it is there? Or just one fine day, God came to Kamlendarji and whispered in his ears, hey, you do one thing, create a statue of me in this way. Or Shiva Guruji, There could have been some people in front of whom they appeared and they said, no, they should look like this. These are some of the questions, right? Okay. So first of all, whether you are a human or not, being a human gives you one priority, that is your consciousness can be evolved very easily. However, in order to perceive certain things, a dog cannot perceive the way you perceive it. It might be more emotional. But in intelligence levels, it might not be. And at the same time, one typical thing that we have to understand, Aditi ji, whatever we think like siddhis, for them it is natural. A bird can fly. Now just think of tomorrow morning you wake up and you start flying from the terrace. Don't you think people will create a temple for you? Obviously they will. But can you see, nobody goes and puts a mala on the neck of a bird. It flies every single day. Now you cannot go underwater for more than, I don't know, if you are a real-time swimmer, not more than 2 minutes. World record holder, 17 minutes. Some change seconds, I believe, right? Haribhai? So Haribhai now will do his Google search and let us know. For you, for Haribhai, he has a Google search, and for you, I am here. So both are almost equal. So you see, if you cannot stay back in water for more than a minute, but a fish. Now you see, if you become a siddha, you go into the water and you sit there and do the mantra jap, and the movies show that, right? See, 24 minutes, 37 seconds, 36, and 37 minutes, 36 seconds. These are the records. And hopefully, Haribhai, none of this yours. Okay, good. Actually, when you say no to that also, you forgot that you were a fish at a time. So not for a few hours, for the entire life you were underwater. So Aditi ji, what looks like a siddhi for a human being is already something very common for an animal. Now the same thing, but for a dog, just let's say, if you want to fly, is it easy for you, or it will take a lot of practice and a lot of sadhana for you? A lot of practice, a lot of sadhana. But a bird comes out of the egg and flies within days. Are you seeing that? So what appears to be very difficult for you is very easy for the bird. But what appears to be very easy for the humans to get moksha is very difficult for the animals. And that's how, if that is their nature, this is your nature. Through an innate nature, you have the understanding of knowing that you are the divine, and you have the quest, that searching for something that is so big that has created all these things. A dog never questions who created that roti, who built this house. But you, with your consciousness, you question every single thing on this planet. Let alone this planet, you even question God. That's the kind of consciousness that you are. So all these things, when you ask an animal can get it or not, obviously it can. And who knows? Who knows? Just an animal knowingly, unknowingly enters into a space which has that kind of vibrations, and that can shift their consciousness for a moment also, and might be in that moment they get out of that space. And by the way, if you were God, or if you are God, will you say like only humans, all animals? You never do that, right? Because for you, a dog, a cat, a rat, a human are all equal. It such happened like one person went, Rajan ji, ek shop pe jata hai. He had a silver Ganesha and a silver mouse also, jiski puja karta tha. He used to do puja. But some problem in his life, he didn't had anything else. But now finally he thought of, okay, I will sell this Ganesh and this mouse, and whatever money comes, I will at least run my family for a few days. So he goes to the shopkeeper. And then he says, okay, how much for this Ganesha? He checks and he says, weights and checks the weight and says 5,000 rupees. He said, okay, and how about this mouse? He said 5,000 rupees. Now this person says, how can you say that Ganesha is 5,000 and the mouse is also 5,000? Don't you understand anything? And that person says, for you it might be Ganesha and the mouse, for me it is only silver. So when we look at the world, we only understand through the viewpoint we are looking at. But from a perspective of a person who understands not the form, but the core, for it doesn't matter what it is. So are you operating from the core or you are operating from the form? However, in order to get into the core, you need a form. Now just think of why your parents gave you a name. If you didn't have a name, then can you see how much confusion should have been there? Somebody would have called you Hey, O, E. And 10 people in your family and 10 people calling you different name, you don't know whom to respond. And you also not know whether you are being called or not. Now I am only saying about your name. What about if all of us didn't have a name? What a chaotic world it would have been. Now I would be calling Hey, and then 10 people will be turning around, or whom I am intended to call, they are not listening to me. Got it? That's why you were given a name. What is the name? So that I know I have a work with this particular person, and when I take the name, this person responds back. Now you got like why so many gods have been given names? So that your mind is not confused to whom to call. And how easily it has been differentiated. Now just ask one thing, and let me ask you one thing, Aditi. Let's say someone who is not able to get married, will he go to Hanuman temple and do puja to get married?
No.
What would you call that person?
No.
Hanumanji someday will appear and say, sorry boss, you are at the wrong place. Please go to my Prabhu. Yes or no? Can you see, in our culture, every god has been defined for a certain role. Why? If all is one, then why there are so many names? Just like if your daughter has some work, she will call you with some name. If your husband has some work, he will call you with some name. Another person in your family will call you in some other name. But you act as per their calling because of the relationship and the role that you play. You might be one, but you take different forms, names, and yes or no? And you behave differently to them as well. Yes? Now, that's how the names were given to these deities. Now just think of, I say Jai Bajrang Bali means he is full of health, wealth, and prosperity kind of thing, like heavily built. Now, in front of you, I bring a very thin guy. Now I call it Mahavir. What is Mahavir? There are only two people who are called Mahavir actually. One is Hanuman and the second is the Tirthankar Mahavir. Apart from that, nobody is called as Mahavir. Means not only Veer, is beyond that. And now in front of you, I call you Mahavir, and then comes out a small little thin guy. Does it match? No, it doesn't. And let's say, I don't know who to bring into picture. Hanuman has that figure and strength to lift that mountain, yes or no? Now just imagine one thing. Ganesha lifting a mountain and flying. Although he can, but does it match? Will you agree to that? You will question more to those things. Yes or no? So all these deities that have been created in a certain form is that so that you don't get into more confusion, rather you get clarity by looking at them. But at the core, all the same. These are different, but this is one. And as I said, no, 5 is more or 1 is more? Who has more strength?
5.
5? So what do you think? You can take my slap or a punch. Which one is more powerful?
High 5.
If I slap, it might pain, but if I punch, you see, it's not the 5 that is more powerful, it's that 1 that is more powerful. The 5 has been distributed. Yet everything, can you say these 5 fingers are mine, but this is not part of my hand? See, these are all names, forms. The same thing. You question why there are different temples, different gods with different names and different forms. Can you tell me why you have 5 fingers and all of them look different and you all have different names to that? अपने ऊपर कभी क्वेश्चन नहीं लाते, भगवान के ऊपर सारे क्वेश्चन चले जाते हैं. You don't even sit and say, why I am calling this as the little finger, why this is the ring finger, why this is the middle finger, why this is the index finger, why this is the thumb. We don't question that. But can't you see? All of them have different functionalities, but part of one hand. Until all of them combine together, certain works cannot be done, but certain works can be done with a singularity also. So why many different gods? So that first of all, you don't have a confusion. Second, if I just call around somebody's name who is not available, I have never seen them. You know what happens to you? I say Nirakara Brahma. Now tell me, how does it look? Gone. You will sit and now imagine. Again in your imagination, you will create something. Yes or no? So can you see, in order to even understand that is not, you have to create something. But in all this doing, the core thing that again you have to understand, who am I that even when I'm questioning ki Nirakar Brahm, how would the Nirakar Brahm look like? I create a form and a shape, might be a light, might be a color, might be a line. But in that also, I am creating something. Then who are you? And Aditi, the day the souls, those who evolved so highly, and they started understanding like, okay, how God should look like. They searched out loud. Bahar bahut dhoonde. But finally, where they found it was within. And they said, if it is all within, then this should be the form of God. And as they found the core within this form, they made this form so that while searching even in them, one fine day you will realize that why is they look like me? Then you don't look at them, you turn back to yourself and you find the core within you, because you are also a form of the formless. You are the divinity in this flesh and blood. And if you don't understand this, how can you understand anything else? And at the same time, they said, not only in stones, it's all within you. Because when a deity is being, जब प्रतिष्ठा किया जाता है, प्राण प्रतिष्ठा. So who gives the life into the deity? The Brahman that is sitting there, right? The priest. That means even he has that power within that it can blow life into a stone. Then you should think, who are you? So the divinity is not only out there, the divinity is all around. And what did I wrote today in the morning? Even if the molecules and atoms are vibrating within you, remember, it's me dancing in you and as you. So now tell me, where do you see the gods? Now tell me why
Inside
there are.
out.
So see, now you are in a fix, you cannot say God is within, you cannot say God is outside. You say everything, every speck is God. The form and the formless is God. But in order to make me understand the formless, I have to see it through a form. And I see it every single morning in the mirror, but don't understand. Now, are you conscious? Are you conscious enough? If you are conscious enough, your awakening is absolutely possible. And if your awakening is possible, your moksha is possible. Or else there won't be any differentiation between an animal and me. It's all my awareness, it's all my consciousness that differs me. And at the same time, one thing that you have to understand is who awakes you. You can awake on your own, but who awakes you is a beautiful thing that I would like to bring on, because I don't see any other hands yet. So I think I can put a few more points to that. Is it okay for everyone?
Continue.
Right. Thank you, God, for the permission. Now, you see, how many of you have heard, read about Ramayana? Everyone? Come on, at least in the TV, you must have seen Arun Govil, Deepika, right? So for us, they were Ram and Sita, right? Okay. And I'm still thankful to Ramanand Sagar, because if you would not have introduced that, Ram would have been gone, right? There is a book, na, Shivji, the God is dead long back. So that would have been the case. But just think of this. Let's take the arena of Lanka. In Lanka, there are two kinds of people. It's the same place. One is Kumbhakarna. What was the specialty about Kumbhakarna? Can sleep for how long?
6 months.
So he sleeps for 6 months. I don't know how the HR managers were controlling them. 6 months holiday. Hibernation is the same thing, I believe, right, Sivji? Animals also go for hibernation for 6 months. So it is not illogical when we say that he slept for 6 months. It is absolutely logical, scientifically proven. If a bear can go into the wilds and just hibernate for 6 months, why is it not possible for him? Now, the only thing is, Bibhishan was also a Rakshasa and Kumbhakarna also a Rakshasa, both brothers, right? And do you think only Bibhishan will be, Kumbhakarna will be sleeping? Bibhishan won't be sleeping in the night? He also must be sleeping, right? But what was the difference between these two people? Both sleep, both wake up. One sleeps for a longer time, one wakes up shortly. But here, understand this as a process of awakening, not just waking up. Kumbhakarna was always awakened by, if you look into Ramayana, only one time Kumbhakarna was awakened. Nobody knows the other stories about it. Anyone? Except when Ravan went and woke him up for the war. Yes? Look at this into our lives right now. Understand it very carefully, okay? The Kumbhakarna was sleeping, but for it to awake, Ravan has to come. And when Kumbhakarna awakes, he goes for fight. Now just think of some of the Kumbhakarnas in this group now. Those who want to sleep long time. What happens? Nothing. I don't say you must be that, but there must be someone whom you know who loves to sleep. And they sleep very happily. But you are so irritated. After you calling them twice, thrice, they don't wake up. You become like a Ravana. Yes or no? What you do? You shout. And even you just put 2, 3 or even pour some water. Yes or no? And while doing it, are you human or acting like Ravan? And when Kumbhakarna awakes, what happens? Are you understanding? And now many of us are smiling. I don't know why. Either they are putting themselves in the category of Ravan or Kumbhakarna. No, you have another category also that I have not spoken yet. The next category is the category of Bibhishan. So Bibhishan is someone, he was also sleeping one day and he was awakened by someone. And he was awakened by none other than Hanuman. What are these two people? What is Hanuman and what is Ravan? One represents divinity. The other represents the opposite of it. Despite having that kind of knowledge that Ravan had, but he was lost in his ego. While Hanuman, despite doing all things, he always kept on keeping it in the name of Ram. What does that mean? That means when you are completely focused and dedicated towards the divinity, you will not develop that ego. Even when we say Aham Brahmasmi, we say it's not me who is the Brahma. It is that Aham of the Brahma that is shining through me. Let me not even carry that bondage of it. And you are free from that also. So it also depends who awakes you. Just like I will tell you a very typical case. You know, type 2 diabetes. I was thinking about that today. You see, Pranit, nowadays they are coming up with these advertisements, reversal of diabetes and all those things. While looking at that, I felt like satsang is like insulin. And why do they give if a patient goes to the doctor will say, you see, it won't go away. But if I give you this medication, if you keep on taking this, you will not be affected by that. Yes or no? Things will continue to be the way as it is, but you will keep it under control. And I believe Rajanji satsang is just that. The world is going to be the way that it is. None of the people are going to change in your life. But this insulin in the form of satsang is going to keep you safe from all those things. So that's where the importance lies. My dear friend, if you can take insulin every single day, why can't you take up satsang every single day? Now you will ask, oh my God, then it's your thing. Now you should come every single day. Right, Kumkumji? But I said, no, it is not about me. My dosages are very high. It is okay. Twice a week is enough. So now, why did I say that? I said, awakening is possible. Waking up is something that we all wake up. But how many of us awake? इसीलिए संगत बहुत जरूरी है. With whom you are getting connected to will make a whole lot of difference. And that's why it is said, satsang is not an event. It means a way of life. What is it? Sat ke sang chalna. to walk with truth. वो होता है सत्संग. सत्संग ये नहीं होता कि हम 1 घंटे के लिए बैठ के हरि हरि राम राम बोले और उसके बाद सब झूठ बोले. वो सत्संग नहीं होता है. सत्संग का मतलब ये होता है कि टू कीप योर वर्ड्स, टू स्टे विथ ट्रुथ, टू अबाइड बाय इट, and then your core appears, because it is easy to tremble. But if you tremble, you will never realize your power. In your core, you will realize that it is. And someday I will be talking about our core again. The kind of energies that we have. There are basically 3 kinds of typical energies that we don't know yet. We only use one part of it. There are 2 more parts to that. So we will see how your preparation goes, and the day you are ready, then I will not tell you, you will experience that also. So Aditi ji, what was your second question?
Actually, it was different, Mahadev.
Please go ahead and question now then.
मैं ऐसे पूछना चाह रही थी कि जो मंदिर में जो लोग मीन्स पुजारी लोग जो पूजा करते हैं मीन्स पीढ़ियों से,
ओके,
तो उनके जो लीनिएज होते हैं एक के बाद एक, उन लोगों को मीन्स कैसे ये लोग अपने आप वो रास्ता चुन लेते हैं भक्ति का मार्ग, जैसे उनका है वो जो डेली वो पूजा करते हैं मंदिर में.
ओके,
तो मीन्स उनका वही मार्ग रहता है, या मीन्स हाउ दे आर चूजन, मीन्स वो आत्माएं उसलिए कैसे चूज किए जाते हैं.
okay.
या फिर कौन से भी मीन्स जो एक गुरु के परंपरा रहती है, तो गुरु परंपरा में भी मीन्स नवनाथ वो सब लोग मीन्स वो आत्माएं वो चूजन उनका कैसे मीन्स हाउ दे आर रिलेटेड मीन्स
okay.
वो पीढ़ियों में कैसे आ जाता है वो मीन्स.
Right. That's where science comes with the technology called as genes.
हाँ.
However, it doesn't matter in that way, Aditi ji.
हाँ.
So let me tell you a very typical story might be, but I believe you people can understand that. There was, now I'm going to use a harsh word, so bear with me. Okay. There was a temple, and nearby to that was a brothel. Okay. There was a pujari who has been coming from generations. The temple belongs to them, so they are doing the puja. And being a pujari, he cannot go there. And there was a lady, being what she is, she cannot go to the temple. Right? But while pujari doing the puja, his eyes are not here. It always looks who has gone, who has come out. And she, despite being in whatever condition she is, when the pujari is doing puja, her all years and life is all there. Now tell me, who should be given moksha? Who is more committed, eligible? Should be a better criteria, I believe. Who should be given that? So can you see, you are not what you are by birth. It's what you choose to be. Ravan, Vibhishan, Kumbhakarna, all were born in the same. But what made the difference? Genes? Chromosomes? No, it's their choice. What have you chosen will make all the difference. I never heard that Sant Tukaram was a priest. I have never heard that Swami Ramdas was a priest. I have never heard Kabir was a priest. But how come they got awakened? It's just like because of some good karma, you were given that place, but you misused it. What will happen? You lose it. It was an opportunity given to you, and you utilize that, and you evolved into the next level, or you took your nirvana. But you sitting there, you never understood, and you fall down to the pits. You see, remember, the divine doesn't stands by your side and says, hey, you do this, hey, you do that. It doesn't. He says, I am here just to give you the energy to do whatever you want to do. And then you are free to do what you have to do. And I am free to give you the results whenever I want. कर्म करना तेरे हाथ में, फल देना मेरे हाथ में. Are you understanding that? So it doesn't matter if you are coming through that. I remember one specific thing. It happened, Umaji. It was Ganesh Chaturthi. And you know, it was high demand for priests on that day. And nobody was finding a priest. So somehow we got caught hold of someone, pulled him down from his bicycle. And he said, no, I cannot do puja. No, you are wearing a dhoti and he means you are that, you are just ignoring us. So we literally pulled him out of his bicycle, put him on the puja place, and out of looking at all these people, he said, okay, I'm going to do the puja, but only one condition. What was the condition? Now, while I do puja, you have to beat the ghanti, the bell, and it should go on loudly. Then only I will do puja. Now, I was around, lucky. So the puja started, and he was like, and the loud noise are going on, bells and mridangs and dhols and everything going on loudly. I somehow go and went and sat by his side. And I started listening to the mantras he was speaking. I said, never heard such beautiful mantras. Then why was he telling to beat this sound so much? And then suddenly I said to all the people around, I said, do one thing. When I raise my hand, you stop the music. He said, why? I said, as I say, do so. And suddenly I lifted my hand, and all of a sudden, as of by magic, everything stopped. And what a beautiful mantra. Nazar ke saamne, jigar ke paas, koi rehta hai. And suddenly he stopped by singing this much because he realized that the music has stopped. And all the people, those who don't know what I was singing, it was a movie song. And all these people were ready to beat him. I said, stop. It's not his fault. He said he cannot do puja. You can't catch hold of him. And what wrong was he singing? He is sitting in front of Ganesh and saying, Nazar ke samne, jigar ke paas, koi rehta hai, wo ho tum. What is wrong in that song? I could say, if you understand what he is singing, and you also start understanding what he is singing, I believe Ganesh can appear right now here. I'm not sure of the mantra. But if you are really understanding what he sang, Nazar ke samne, jigar ke paas, koi rehta hai, wo ho tum. The only thing that lives in my eyes and in my heart is you. Can there be a better prayer? Now, Santoshi ji, I sung the song. If I would have just told you the sentences in English, you could have said, wow, what a amazing thing you were saying. Now, again, as Apparao said, it's the intention that matters. So can't you see, even a single song that you are listening, it can be a song of the movie, but if you are in deep connectivity with the divinity, that movie song even becomes a better prayer than ever. And for how many of you, I know you might have gone crazy. Now, all the songs that you hear, except a few exceptions are there. Every song feels like a prayer. Every song likes like a bhajan. Yes or no?
Yes.
Now you
absolutely.
suddenly, the meanings have changed for those songs. When you are thinking a hero was singing it for the song for the heroine, now it has changed the shape. You think as if I am singing it for the Lord. What is wrong? Now I claim it that it's a movie song that made it wrong. But in my understanding, if I take it as the core meaning of it, can you see? Appearance is deceiving. Core is not. So if I am clear with my core, every song is a mantra. And why not? And I say, you all should develop one mantra for your own selves. The moment you go in front of the mirror, you start singing it for yourself. Now just think of how would you feel. Now, have you ever think of that you feel so happy about loving somebody else, how wonderful it would be if you start loving yourself? I say you will become attractive beyond attractiveness. Yes or no, Pranit? Oh, he's working. So that's how you should be. So first of all, so the next time you go into the temple, you know what you will see? You will see yourselves there. So what are the questions? Have you been priest? No, right? Then how are you able to see all those, experience all that? It's your choice. It's your preparation. And that's the reason it is said, if you take a step towards him, 10 steps will be taken by them or him or he. I at times get confused with what word I should be using. Because as I said, no, the day a student understands what the guru is trying to tell, there no more remains a student and a guru, because he becomes the guru. And the day you understand Shiva, you don't remain apart from him anymore. You become Shiva. And then what do, Alivaji? You dance on your problems. The problems in your life becomes the stage and you do the tandav on that. And that's what I want to pass on this message, this Shivaratri. As your preparations are going on, I say, bring on all your problems. Bring on all your problems, create it as a stage and do the tandav on it as if you are the Shiva dancing on the demon. Har Har Mahadev.
Har Har Mahadev.
So bring on and dance. And you see, when you dance, how beautiful it becomes. Your worries, your problems are like, and you are enjoying your dance. That's a beautiful way of looking at life, living your life, understanding your core, being conscious about your own self. And remember, as I said, if still a speck is vibrating, remember it is me dancing in you, as you. Done?
Yes. Thank you so much, Mahadev. Har Har Mahadev.
Mahadev, Mahadev.
Mahadev, Mahadev. Jai Mahakal. Har Har Narayana. Thank you.
अच्छा हुआ नारायण सो गए, उनको उठाओ कोई।
उठो भाई, उठाओ बोलो।
चलो, अच्छा हुआ कुमार भाई बैठे हैं साथ में। ओके, चलो अदिति जी, सो नेक्स्ट इज रेवती जी।
Revati, please unmute.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam.
Okay, so you just said about loving yourself. I was actually coming to that. You remember this movie was there, Jab We Met, that Kareena Kapoor says that मैं तो अपने आप की favorite हूँ. So I think all of us need to reach that stage of becoming.
You don't have to reach to that stage, Revati. You have to accept that.
Yeah, accept.
You are already reached.
Yeah.
You are already created in the form of the creator. What better form would I have taken? I don't think so.
Okay, so I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I think ever since I have joined this group and I've become a part of Aham Brahmasmi, I have been continuously chanting something or the other. And it comes very naturally to me. It's not that I'm making an effort. It's not that I'm looking at a book. It's nothing like that. It's just that if you've said about Dhanakarshan, I've been doing that. You know, Mahashivratri, Om Namah Shivaya. I mean, everything, Kunjika Stotram, all of that is automatically coming. And continuously something keeps playing on my this other phone all the time. I mean, when I'm playing something.
As Apparaji said, insulin continued.
It's just continuing even at night. I'm just playing something for 6 hours, 7 hours. It's just going on. I want to know, it's like an obsession, you know. I'm sure I'm doing nothing wrong, but have I become completely dependent on this? What has happened to me? I don't know.
Okay.
So to add it to this, yesterday I'm forever having miracles in some temple or the other. So Baglamukhi pulls me, she does something. Yesterday I went to the Venkateshwara Balaji temple it's a very, very Jagrut temple here. It's a mini Tirupati here. I had gone to that temple in the morning. I had to go to court. I went there. I couldn't reach there. So I went after 1 hour. And when I went there, it seems it's the first time in 30 years that the Kanchipuram Swamiji had come there, and he came down just when I was there for those 10 minutes. He came there, and I was able to get all his blessings. The timing was so perfect. I just feel there's some divinity happening around me all the time. You have to solve my problem about this chanting. What is happening?
A problem?
It's not a problem. And
now other people come to me and they say, I am not able to chant. What to do?
Oh God.
So I should make you people both come together and discuss. You should have a GD, right, Shivji? Group discussion, how to and how not to.
And it's playing in my mind. If it's not on the phone, it's in my mind. I'm continuously saying something. And other than the fact that it's 108 times I'm doing Dhanakarshan, I'm doing everything else. This, the Shiva thing that you've told us, all that I'm doing. But in my subconscious mind, it's just chanting all the time. Except, of course, when I'm doing my work meetings and all that. But it's there at the back of my mind, like a wallpaper.
Okay. So what has happened?
Yeah, I don't know what has happened.
Okay. You cannot know it. You can just be it with that. The thing is now, certainly some part of you might have realized that all these years, what have I done?
I agree.
Now, there is an urgency. And that one who was ready don't want to even miss out a single speck of a time. And it says, if it is possible, let me complete it. Because in this world, to live and what all we go through, it is enough to awake someone. But we don't. Rather than those things being awakening moments, those things become attachment moments. Let's say I have something in my body now, some disease, some issue. It should be a moment of awakening or a moment of attachment to the body. Vani ji, what should happen? If there is a continuous pain going on, I should realize that it is enough now. This time I should not be coming back to any of these forms, because in form there is pain. सुनो इस बात को, उसी भगवान को ताला लगाया जाता है जिसका फॉर्म है. The God who has a form is locked. The formless is always free. Yes or no? Even go to Tirupati or Puri Jagannath, they put a lock and they check 3-4 times as if the God will run away. Yes or no? Dekha, the moment you take a form, you come into bondage. And then when you are going through certain things in life, situation, problems, issues, mentally, physically, you should be so happy. I think we all fall into the trap of thinking, "Arey, why this is happening to me?" I said, "Oh, today he has remembered me again. He wants me to come out of these things. He wants me to remember always that this is where the problem is. The problem is not with me. I was the same when I was 5, I was 10, I was 15. I never had any problem. But this body and mind is having problem. And if I come back to this, again, it will put me into the same trap." So all the problems, issues that you go through, I think it should be a spiritual awakening for you or depressing in spirituality for you.
No, it's very awakening. 24 hours I feel is not enough only. I'm listening to I want to listen to so many more things. I want to
So Revati, I'm actually talking to many people in the room.
Many people in the room?
In the room. Because some people with situation in life, they get tensed. Obviously happens. But I wanted to take this opportunity to make that tensed situation to an awakening process. Now just think of, if that kind of tension would not have been awakening process, the yogis must not be doing that kind of postures, which is impossible to do by humans. Why do they do that posture? Do you know why the postures are told and people understood in some other way now? It is also a process of awakening, because you see, when I am doing these folds, I am going through pain. Now understand who is having this pain. The pain is obviously in the body. And if I continue to come back into this body, I will continue to be in pain, so that at least by doing that kind of things, I will realize that this body is pain and I should not come back. Your awakening process begins. And I said, despite you not being into the Himalayas and doing that kind of practices, God has been kind enough for us. Really? He sends us something or other into our lives so that we awake. But rather than awakening, the problem is, because of our ignorance, we get stuck to that problem and say, why this is happening to me in spirituality? I say, if you are spiritual, the God will even help you in that way.
Yeah.
But we don't see that as a helping hand. A doctor also takes a seizure to cut it down, but it is helping you. Yes or no? We never said, "Oh, doctor, I came to you. Why did you do a surgery on me?" Anyone said that? No, you understood that that was required and the doctor did a surgery. So you don't doubt the doctor, you don't question the doctor, but you question the divinity. Acha, batao, who is more qualified, the doctor or the God who created the entire thing, even the doctor? God. So, that's what I was talking about, na? Vijayaji, Santoshji, am I conscious even to that form of divinity which is appearing in me might be as a problem? If everything is divinity, how can problem not be a divinity? That's your awakefulness. That being conscious. I say, even if you come as Yamaraj, I know it is you. Even if you come as a ghost, I know it is you. And even if you come as me, I know it is you. Now tell me, what is left out in my spirituality? So I evolve in that spirituality, or I get depressed at times?
Evolve.
This should change. You know the secret now.
Like you wake up in the, open your eyes and then
You have a tape recorder going on, right?
yeah, it's just automatic. Even if that phone has stopped playing for 15-20 minutes or whatever, but I am still saying it on my subconsciously.
That's what happens now. There are two kinds of awakening, Revati ji. One that is forced from outside, the other that awakens within.
Yeah. And I think for that, I forever will eternally remain grateful for Apparauji to have met me and then got me here and got me to this, to you and to Aham Brahmasmi. So I really remain eternally grateful for that.
Good. So we have a beautiful family, and I believe we can trust each other on that part.
Absolutely.
So
So it
Revati ji,
continues. So my chanting continues.
goes on. But the day you are irritated with that, let us know. I will stop it, and you will be amazed how it stopped. Then you can ask me question, how did you stop it? I will say I broke the record. That's it.
अभी तो नहीं होगा लगता है, लेकिन भी I mean, I'm very happy with where I am. I'm trying, no, I shouldn't say trying. I'm just praying that my feet drag me to the airport and I land up in Hyderabad on the 28th. I want to be there. I'm just trying.
The divine is trying.
Yeah.
That means that's not the divine. It's in camouflage.
I don't know. Anyway, I have booked my ticket, but I should reach there. I'll inform Hariji.
Chalo.
Thank you, Revati ji. Aliva ji, please unmute yourself.
Har Har Mahadev.
Mahadev, Mahadev.
Har Har Mahadev.
It's a question, Mahadev, from my daughter Ayushi. She has been troubling me from last Wednesday when the session, the satsang wasn't there. So she follows the serial which comes on Mahadev. And then there is the avatar of Jalandhar, which is which shows these days. Her eternal question is that why is Mahadev in this avatar? Why is he appearing like a bad person? And she followed that, it's the third eye which falls into the sea and it creates him in that room. But I tried, by reading and explaining, but I think.
So what was your
obviously
explanation?
I can't reach your.
What was your explanation?
No, it's just that, he wasn't meant to be the way he turned out to be, but it was situation. It was Indra who sort of troubled, and that's how he took that vow of troubling the.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So just tell me one thing, na? How was Jalandhar born?
It was a drop of third eye which went into the sea.
That means it was anger?
Yeah.
Now tell her the same thing. Even the greatest of the greatest, if does something out of anger, it takes this kind of form. For a kid, you can make them understand that way. You see, at times, have you done anything constructive when you were angry? Any one of you in the room? That's why it is called as Rudra, not Shiva. And Rudra is never, ever told, or Bhairava has never been told as to be Shanta once, right? Except our Batukji and Dhanakarshan. These are exceptional cases. But if something is created out of anger, what would be the result? It has the power. When you are angry, you see you get a lot of power energy within you. In that moment, can't you see you literally throw away even your phone, which you generally won't do? Then you realize, oh, it was an apple or a pineapple that you threw away. But you throw away, right? No, I name it apple and pineapple because people say I have an apple, I say I have a pineapple. That's what I say. But in that case, how do you do that? You not only throw things, you slam doors. You not only slam doors, you cut down on a relationship that you have taken years to build. How much power you have in anger? Yes or no? But what is the outcome of that? Something destructive. What was Jalandhar? It has all the rage, all the power, but born out of anger and hatred. He thought he was never taken care of, right? And as he was not taken care of, he thought, if I was not taken care of, let me become someone beyond whom you think is the God. Now, can you see, even that has the potential. Even Shiva has to fight so long to kill him. And what all it took, was it only his power? It was not his power. It was the power of his wife. What was the power of his wife? She was that devoted that until she has that kind of devotion towards that husband, no one could have killed it. And if you go through the entire story now, she will be going through, there will be a situation where Ganesha will come and he will take Jalandhar's wife to a particular temple where she will realize that she was a great bhakta of Vishnu. And when she realized, then she will know what happened and why Jalandhar is not being killed and why she is so attached to that. Ask her to go through the entire story. But it will take a long time. But as a kid, just input this much thing in her mind. It says it was created out of anger. And whatever you create out of anger will be ugly. So my dear child, understand this. Use anger. Don't allow the anger to burn you down or use you up. Now tell me, Shiva uses the same anger for creation. But in his rage, it also becomes a destruction. However, from a higher perspective, it was all required. It is a drama, it's a play, it's a game. It also says, even if you are the divine, don't expect that your creation is going to be a divinity. Because you as a parent is only here to stand by their side and help them to grow. What they become is their choice. But at the same time, if you are good enough, and you see, another case of that Haribai says is, it created Ganesha. It not only created Ganesha, Haribai, it actually killed Ganesha. But when he was silent, he was calm, he brought that energy back. But how many of us has that kind of understanding that we break a apple and then recreate that? Up until then, anger should be, what is the quantity, you remember? How much anger is good? Salt in curry. Neither more nor less. Less won't work, more cannot be digested. And always know what quantity is required. Don't try to kill a rabbit with a tanker. And that's how it is. So let her know. So now you should be very careful. You should not be angry. But the problem here, Alivaji, will not be the case with her. The problem will be faced by the parents now. You know why? Because the next time you get angry, they will stand in front of you on your face and tell you that you only told the result of anger is going to be something bad. Then why are you angry today? What will you do? Very simple. What you will do. There was one small little kid who loved good. You know good? What do you call a jaggery? He loved jaggery. Wherever he goes, he finds something and puts it. Always, during sleep also, in his pocket, there will be jaggery. He dreams about jaggery also. And I know many of you who are the chalk eaters. I also know few who used to carry those rice in their pockets and bring it and put it on their mouth. Anyone? My pockets were always filled with rice. I go to the shop and my hand starts. Goes on. बहुत ऋण था उसका, खत्म करके आया हूं. आप लोग खाते हो, हम लोग खत्म करते हैं वो, right? So जो खत्म करना था खत्म कर दिए. And you remember those slate chalks, शिवजी, मिट्टी के जो बनते थे, not the chalks that powder one, no, the other ones, जिसको गीला करने से बहुत अच्छा सुगंध आता था उसमें, wonderful smell. It feels like real dairy milk is nothing in front of it. You put two, break it, and oh wow, you feel like in heaven, right? And costs nothing. So this fellow was mad about jaggery. Parents tried too much, as much as they can. Nothing worked. Finally, they thought, let us take it to our guru. Na guru ye kaam bhi karte hain. Fat reduction programs. Then I don't know what all you people make them do. So they thought, okay, let's take to the guru and he will take care of it and he will leave the jaggery addiction. Jaggery addiction will be gone. So they took to the guru and told the entire story. The guru said, okay, do one thing, bring him after 20 days to me. Because they said, you are the guru, if you say them, he will agree to your words because he listens to your words very carefully and whatever you say, he will follow. Then the guru says, no, bring him after 20 days. So the parents thought, okay, guru must be doing some puja, but something, some magic after 20 days and the addiction will go away. Days passed, 20 days gone, they brought the child back. And now when the kid came, the guru says, don't eat too much of jaggery. Little is good, not too much. If you eat too much, you will have cavities, all those stories he told him. And as this small little kid believed him, he agreed to that. But the parents questioned him, why did you took 20 days to tell this? We thought he will give you a mantra or something. But you only said, don't eat jaggery. Where is the mantra? Where are everything? The guru says, no, it is not about a mantra. It was not about something that I did. The problem was, till that day, I was also addicted to jaggery. And until I give it up, how can I suggest him to stop that? You understood what I mean? Until you first understand the gravity of anger, how can you tell it to your kids? Because that day it will become a problem when you are angry and they will stand on your face. But if you realize the gravity of that, and then you understand where to use and where not to, then you realize that, okay, now I can tell them. First learn and then teach. Don't teach or don't preach before knowing it. Or else what you will do? You will create more confusion, more problem. And at the same time, when you realize that now I have to bring a control on that, and you accepted that for your own self, now nobody can deny you in this world because you are living that part now. And at the same time, you also know where to use your anger and where not to. And in that moment, you become Shiva. Even if something wrong happened, you have the power to recreate it, make it right. See how easy it is to say or to be. How many of you think like if I tell, many people will listen and accept that? Someone in your home, somebody in your life, if I say, they will accept it and they will follow that also. You know why? Because they have seen what I say I am. And why they don't listen to you? They say you look different and you talk different. That's why they don't listen to you. समझ में आया? What's the difference between you and me? No difference, except I only do what I say. And the day you do what you say, you become me. Pranit, you asked 80%, na? 100%. You do what you say. And now all my children's here in this room. Can anyone stand in front of me and say that I have not kept what I said and it didn't happen to you? Anything? Then that's the only difference. And the day it falls, तुझ में शिवा, मुझ में शिवा. And who else can experience that creativity? Now, all of us, Sudhaji, even to my Shivji, you won't believe, Rajanji has written a song. More than that, Sudhaji has also written a song. And I don't know how many Ushaji and Alivaji has written. And no, I'll not spill the beans. Wait for Shivratri. You will see. You will be amazed by looking at those people. How is it possible? Neetaji is a already proven one. She's a very well-known, established person in writing songs and all those things. I'm just waiting for some other people actually who can write. They're hiding their talents within themselves. And more than that, you know, people have not only written the songs, they have given a tune to that also, Shivji. Now we are planning to release an album for this group. So people are continuously writing it down. I said, amazing you people are. Sarva Gun Sampann, right? If you want to be God, you should have all the qualities. Why not? You should be a great dancer, you should be a great singer, you should be a great artist, you should be a great creator, you should be a great orator, you can be a very presentable, you should be looking amazing, you should be attractive, you should be having powers in your hand, you should be so magical that people just gather where you go. Why not? सर्वकला संपन्न. वो भगवान बन के क्या जिसके पास सिर्फ 4 कलाएं हैं? सर्वकला संपन्न. और देखना ये होगा आपके साथ. For how many of you, you are actually astonishing yourself by doing what you are doing? You know, now just think of, let us not take any other example. Let us take the example of Hari Bhai. Now, how does he know how to do all that things of a event management? And how is handling? And literally, Preeti ji, if I ask him to rotate his camera, all of you will be shocked. See, look at his face. He is shocked himself because he cannot rotate the camera. You know why? Because whenever a program happens, his house becomes a go down. Because all the thing arrives to his house. And now literally he doesn't have space to walk, you know. But what amazing thing these people do. Not only Hari Bhai, see, every one of you has a contribution here. But look at him. You know why he's sitting there? Because he doesn't have that other space to sit there. It is already filled with boxes. Now everybody has one address to send. At times feels like, Hari, why don't you feel like it is not just things coming, it's like people's wishes reaching God? And how do you feel sitting there? Oh, everything comes
Very
to me.
true, very
And
true,
now I have to
actually.
handle everything.
That's the reason I am also having a sofa right now.
You see? So, Alivaji, can you answer her? Before
I'll
answering
try
her,
to.
you have to do what you
Practice.
said. And ultimately, while you become aware of your anger, you are aware of your thoughts. And when you're aware of your thoughts, you realize that these thoughts are not you. And when you know that you are not you, you become totally you. And when you are totally you, you are the divine. Can you see every single thing in our life can drive us to divinity? Every single moment. Hari Bhai has found his expression through that. Shivji has found his expression through taking people out of their past lives. Somebody might have found it by raising their kids in a better way. Some people have become something that accepting their kids the way they are and trusting the divinity to work its way out. Who are we until we are that to question it? And when I am that, I will never question it. Yes or no? Lakshmi ji, Vijaya ji, Deepika ji, Preeti ji, Narsingh ji, Jayarajan ji, Dhabal ji. Right? Now tell me if divinity is difficult. Divinity is not difficult. Not being divine is difficult. And you see, you do so many makeups, so many dramas, so many stories to not accept yourself as the divine. You say, this happened in my life, so I cannot be divine. That happened there, I cannot be divine. This happened to that person, so divinity is not there. Santoshi ji, I told this to at least 2 or 3 people in the group. Just last week, just 4 or 5 days ago, Dhabalji, I was walking with Iman to his friend's house. Okay. Preeti ji, while I was walking with him, there were few of his friends, those who were playing there. Now Iman says, you see, those people will recognize me and call my name. I say, huh, so what? Then rather than stopping there, he questions me. How can they recognize me? I'm wearing a mask. I am changing my dress every day. My hairstyle has changed. How come they can recognize me? I said, you only answer. You know what he said, Deepika ji? He said, very easy. I said, oh, this quality has also come there. He said, because they know me. That's why my dress, my mask, my hairstyle doesn't change anything. They know me, so they can know me even in any way, any form. Do you know God? And if you know God, you will recognize him in any form, any shape, any way. किसी भी रूप में आए, मैं उसे पहचान लूंगा. बताओ, भगवान को देखना मुश्किल है या उसको नहीं देखना मुश्किल है? What is difficult? Seeing God is difficult or not seeing God is difficult? Now you understand. नहीं देख पाना बड़ी दुविधा की बात है. It is more troublesome to not see. Seeing is easy because whatever I see is God. And what can you see except that? And we try to run away from that space, not to see it. But when you meditate, when you are going through all these processes, even a single thing, might the sun appear today, the sun didn't appear today, becomes magic for you. And now it's not only that, even in tragic situations, you're finding magic in that. Yes or no, Pranit? And that's how you become magical, not tragical, you know. That's how you live your life. Deepika ji, easy, difficult, or easy to say, difficult to be? Easy to say, difficult to be? No. I say stop trying not to be. You are. मैं नहीं हूं ये बोलना बंद कर दो, तो देखना आप वो हो. In this moment, all of you do one thing, throw away all that you think yourself to be and see what left. क्या बाकी रह जाता है, check करो. Say, if I'm not this, okay, let me start with the house. Okay, if I'm not this house, okay, I was thinking this was my house, okay, fine. But this is not me, because if I was that, if I'm in a house, I'm crucified to the house. It is not Jesus that was crucified. Many people are crucified to so many things, invisibly. Some of us to our cars, some of us to our houses, some of us to our kids, some of us to our future, some of us to this body. When I look at you, I think Jesus was crucified to the cross and you are crucified to the body and to the mind. Are you a calendar that you should be hanging in the wall, going from left and right? Means past and future and present for a moment, then past and future. Have you seen that calendar going like this? Like a pendulum clock? Many of your life is just like that. You have been pinned to the wall and you are just hanging left and right. At times in the past, at times in the future. Very little time in the present. Are you a calendar? No, right? And you have not been crucified. Remember that. Asango. Not crucified. Nirvikalpo. Not even by time. Nirakara rupa. Not even by form. In no possible way I am crucified in any way. I have been free, I am and I will be. Now this itself is awakening, right? Did you realize I actually made you do what I wanted you to do? I said, for a moment, forget all that you think you to be. And then I said, Asango Nirvikalpo Nirakara Rupa, and defined that. And for a moment, you transcended all that. Were you thinking of anything else apart from divinity? Tell me. That's how easy it is to be divine. Only thing, Shivji, as you said, you should be drama free. And if you are drama free, you are divine. And the day you stop doing drama like a human, we are. At times, Haribhai asked me, why did you took so long? I said, because till that time I was also addicted to jaggery. But now I can speak. How wonderful it is to be, right, in this space. Have I given you something? 1 करोड़ ट्रांसफर किया क्या अकाउंट में आपके? 2-4 प्रॉपर्टी आपके नाम पे लिखा, उल्टा जो था वो भी ले लिया. And now you are free, you see. That's what I said. No, he has filled me so much that I am empty now. I also want to fill you so much that you are absolutely empty. The pieces of stone has been chipped out that is not required, and it has been filled and blowed life as a divinity, and it becomes divine. So let me throw away all that you are not, and let me blow that into you, and you become divine. और किसी दिन पूजा हो तो बुरा मत मानना, समझ लेना कि मैं वहां पहुंच गया हूं, कि लोग मुझ में इंसान नहीं दिव्यता को देखते हैं. They no more see a human, they see the divinity shining even in this flesh and blood. What are you? What's your preparation? What are you becoming? Are you conscious? Are you aware? Are you awaking? And if you are, then this moment is enough, let alone this lifetime. A moment of awakening can burn down lives and lives of karma. Just like a million years of darkness can be removed by a momentary lightning of a matchstick. And what's my role? Very simple. Have you noticed that when it is raining continuously and you look towards the sky, you cannot see the raindrops? But for that, in order to see whether it is raining or not, you look at a darker shade towards a house, towards a light. Then you realize, it's raining. But while you look at to the sky, you don't know whether it is raining or not. Yes or no? My work is that much. And that darkness in which you will see the divine is actually raining every moment. Nothing more, nothing less. Is the same cause, Aditi ji, we have gods and goddesses in the temple. Their work is, you are not able to see the rain. By looking at them, you will see the raindrops falling and you know, okay, it's raining now. And as you know, there is a very famous saying, few enjoy the rain, many just get wet. There is a difference. कई सारे लोग बारिश का मजा लेते हैं, बाकी सब खाली भीग जाते हैं. And there is a huge difference between enjoying the rain and getting wet. So are you enjoying your stay in this world or the other way around? Can you see I'm making you become like a kid who loves dancing in the rain now? And that's what I said, dance. You should not forget whom you have chosen. If you have chosen that, be that. Remember to dance. Don't stop. I say, whenever there is an occasion, whenever there is a problem, whenever there is a situation, drag it down, put it down and start dancing on that. Alibaji, how does it feel dancing?
Right.
Now tell me any situation in your life that you cannot dance upon. Problem is, all these days, those are dancing on you. So from this day on, what should we do? Santoshi ji, shall we allow those things to dance on our heads, or we dance on everything that comes? Everything, every problem becomes a platform for me to dance. Can you dance on water? You can swim in water, but can you dance on water? No, you need a rough surface. Yes. A hard platform on which you can dance. Yes or no? So all these problems are the hard surfaces. Now dance. A dance, it should not just be a dance. It should be such a dance that people start calling you, you are the Nataraj. You are the best, the one who can actually teach dancing. Yes, Deepika ji? So go dance. See, the problem is, I said, no, you have met the wrong person. Why wrong? Because all that you think is right for you is taken away. जो कुछ भी आपको लगता था कि यही सब जीवन के लिए चाहिए, मैं वो सब चीजें ले रहा हूं. So I'm the wrong person then, na? But in this, I know you'll find your path. I think that's it. And whatever is there, we will anyway talk again on Shivratri. So come prepared. This time don't come as you. Hello, did you hear what I said? This time don't come as you. Come as him. फिर देखना क्या तांडव होता है. And this time don't just leave your chappals outside. Leave that all that you are not outside and come inside. And then you see what we create. Because then we don't have to create, we are. And when we are, we are. And everything just happens in the presence. Even words cannot describe. Words will not be required. Words will be told for the mind to settle. Or else all that we will do is silence. So let it not just be another night. Let it be a night of awakening. Can you sit for a moment, close your eyes, meditate, and imagine what is happening on that night? For a moment, try. You will experience it right now. You close your eyes. You don't have to imagine any damn thing. You just close your eyes and experience. You are sitting, I am sitting, we are all together. We have created that energy, and now we are just in that space. Listen carefully what is going in the background. Try to be sad. Bring your problems once, all that you are going through, and see if it can stand in front of this space. Can you see it's just like throwing away everything? Nothing, it is not allowing anything to come into that bubble. You will realize something what I did to you today, because I'll be telling on that day. I'll be speaking on that. Remind me. Then what happened in that moment? Come on, come back. Don't be there. बहुत सारी तैयारी करनी है. Preparation for celebration. Now, if every moment is just like this, will you be waiting for a day? A day will just become a day for celebration. Every moment is, you just sit silently, you close your eyes, you keep your hand in over your hand in any way. You just keep your hand, you just sit silently, even droop your shoulders, just close your eyes and you say, and you'll find you are not able to stop your smile. You don't even need to close your eyes. Because then whatever you see, you look at it and you start laughing at it and you are starting like smiling at it. Oh my God, what is this then? Because now you are not seeing something other, you are seeing yourself. कुछ अलग हो सकता है क्या आपसे? क्यों? Is the divinity reigning or not? I just became the shade through which you can see it. Because you are sitting inside the house and looking towards the tree and knowing whether it is raining or not. But I am enjoying the rain. मैं बारिश में खड़ा भी हूं और बारिश में नाच भी रहा हूं. Anybody interested to join me? Welcome. Welcome to Mahashivratri then. And welcome to this crazy world. Crazy world of not being you anymore, but being you. The same time, right, Olivia ji? Not being and being at the same time. Shiva. Can you see in my saying only, something left you and something remained with you. What left, what remained? ऐसा नहीं लग रहा कि सब छूट जा रहा है लेकिन सब कुछ है. Then at times you sit and scratch your head. Actually, what was he saying? No, words are delusional. It's not about the words. It's the magic that is being created between the words. Now tell me if you don't feel me laughing within you now. If you allow me, you will find me laughing in you. How? Because you are no different than me, I am no different than you. You're all one. This cloth, this chair doesn't differentiate us. It's just the shade, through which the rain can be seen. But in order to experience, you have to come out. Enough, right? Don't you feel like you just take a deep breath and you just leave it and you will feel like, oh my God, how light have become. You just say like, just leave it and you see. This is really crazy. What does he do sitting out there? You know what I do? I just become you. That's it. और कुछ नहीं करता हूँ मैं. But thank you so much for allowing me to be you. And you see, despite being in the house, you are aloof. You are not alone. You are aloof. आप अकेले नहीं हो. आप अपने साथ हो. That's what happens. Despite being in the world, you are in the world, but not of the world. O Bairagi. If this is not Bairagya, then what is? कुछ नहीं छोड़े, सब छूट गया. Literally, has anything gone away from you? You have gone away from them. You have come closer to your home. Then again you say, oh Bairagi. And then you don't refer it to Shiva when you say, oh Bairagi, you refer it to your own self. And in order to complete that, oh Bairagi, I call upon Alibaji. Because it is her writing. अब धवल जी जिसका लिखा उसी से शोभा पाता है, नहीं? She is there on the screen now. Go search, find, read. Now, how many of you liked the way Alibaji narrated that first one that she shared? Oh my God, like it was something. And can you see in this aloneness, as Aparauji said, in this aloneness, you are in everyone. अब ये अकेलेपन में भी मैं सब हूं. I am in everyone, even in this. How many of you feel troublesome, like saying, my God, then you bite your fingers, then whom to call? I'm calling myself. That's the stage. You cannot say, oh my God anymore. जैसे धवल जी ने लिख रखा है ना, शिव धवल त्रिवेदी, तो वैसे ओ माय गॉड कहते ही अच्छा नाम आ जाएगा आपका. ओ माय गॉड दीपिका, ओ इट्स मी. हाँ, इट्स यू. ओ माय गॉड आई एम संतोष. दैट्स यू. वो श्रीपति हरिकिशन, एक नाम समझ में नहीं आया इनको, 3 नाम देने पड़े. Now some people realized your name now, bhai. They never knew it is 3 names. Amazing. Alibaji is ready. Please bring her on the screen, please.
I think the Suran Dal will all come on Shivratri. This was just
राजन जी ने अच्छा कहा, ये नाम नहीं, ये मंत्र है. It's not a name, it's a mantra.
ये दिल से निकली हुई है और I'm sure
वहीं तक पहुंच रही है, कानों तक नहीं पहुंच रही है.
I'm sure for this family it will reach where it should. And the song was written like Guruji said, like our Mahadev says, these days everything nazar ke samne also appears to be a bhajan. and the one I'll just share the words written and told in some other context, but here you will see how it just fits in, and I just hope it reaches the Bairagi. हर हर महादेव। तू भोर का नीला तारा, तेरी माया है निराला, तू तैरता है ऊंची लहरों पे, तेरे सांस में चमके पासा, तू पानी तू ही प्यासा, तू मुस्काता है दिल के लहरों में। इस दुनिया के दस्तूर से दूर है तू, हम सबके नैनों का नूर है तू। इस दुनिया के दस्तूर से दूर है तू, हम सबके नैनों का नूर है तू। इस सांस के हर मोड़ पे, सपनों के हर छोर पे, देख सिर्फ तेरे हैं निशान। ए बैरागी तेरी लागी, तेरी लागी, तेरी लागी।
हर हर महादेव।
हर हर महादेव।
So, don't worry, this time we have a power energy booster for Shivratri. He has already told me that he's not going to allow anybody to low down on their energy. He's not going to allow them to sleep. The only thing that we have to give him is some sweets. That's it. Is he around, Hari Bhai?
Yes, Manaji, he is there.
So we have someone this time. And he has already said, शिवजी उन्होंने कहा कि इस बार देखता हूं कि कौन शिव का नाम को नीचे गिराता है, गिरने ही नहीं दूंगा। इतना जोर जोर से बोलूंगा कि किसी को बैठने नहीं दूंगा,
सोने नहीं दूंगा।
सोने नहीं दूंगा तो अलग बात है, आज तक ऐसा हो गया है। And whatever he has said, he has done till this date. So I said my work is easy this time.
आपके आशीर्वाद।
ए देखो खाली साउंड सुनाई दे रहा है कि नहीं आपको? तो उस दिन मिल लेना
जरूर।
And Aliva ji, you have taken up the task very well. I think like people are going to enjoy Shivratri more this time with all your creativity force.
All of us will present our things. You will present it through us.
Again, the same story repeats. Even if a single atom
Cell, absolutely.
still
You
vibrating.
are dancing in us. You are singing in us. You are sleeping. You are with this Rudraksha on. We are spending each and every moment of the day, with it. So all those inhibitions of so many years, where have they gone? You just made them vanish, not to touch, not to do there. I mean, all the end things are gone. There's nuclear energy within, pumping the heart all the time. See a picture, you melt. See a flower, you melt. I said this. बेल का पत्ता जो कंज्यूम करते हैं, क्या किस्मत है उसकी। मैं वही बन जाऊं, जब जाऊं तो बस वही बन के जाऊं।
वो बेल पत्र भी क्या समझ रहा होगा कि इतने दिन तक शिव के चढ़ रहा था, आज शिव मुझे खा लिया और मैं शिव बन गया।
और जिसे किसी ने ना अपनाया, उसे आपने अपना लिया।
That's what we say. No, नरसिंह जी एक चैप्टर है, Eat your God. Eat your God so that it becomes you. Just like a food that you eat, it becomes you. Alivaji, don't you feel like that? You have eaten it and now it is appearing. They say, no, what you consume, you become like that. You have consumed Shiva. All of you. Difficult God. but no maintenance. Right, Vani ji? No maintenance. हरि भाई को बहुत मेंटेनेंस चाहिए, हमें कोई मेंटेनेंस नहीं चाहिए. But yes, literally, I welcome all of you. Please be there. Make it a possibility to be there. And why only you? Why not your family? Why not your friends? Why not a stranger? Aparaji says, I know. Hari Bhai is an institution in himself. So, most probably this Sunday, I'll not be able to do a satsang for this Sunday also. So, we'll be meeting on Shivratri directly. So, there is a shifting process of this house. So, most probably in this setup, you might be seeing me for the last time. So, the setup will change. But you remember what Iman said? The dress changes. The hairstyle changes. But do you know me? Then you can know me and understand me in any form, in any place, in any way. And those who miss me, this time coming and meeting, it only felt like as if we are meeting after ages. कोई एज नहीं हुआ, सिर्फ 7-8 दिन की बात हुई है. लास्ट वेडनेसडे मिले थे, ये वेडनेसडे को मिले, बट इट फेल्ट लाइक ओ माय गॉड वेयर वी आर. See, when you don't find anyone, sit with yourself and do satsang. मिथ्या संग नहीं, अपने सत्य के साथ संग करना. Sitting with your true self. So, I welcome all of you. And you all know that specific processes that we will be doing. We have already shared that in the group as well. So we'll start with the Panchabhuta Shuddhi, the cleansing process, obviously. Then we'll do the Panchakshari Jap. Then we will be creating that Shivalinga. So much thankful to Surek, is like Subarna Rekha ji for, we create that Shivling, but she does almost a month-long process to bring that kind of clay. So she has taken that up. She just doesn't want to make Shivling with any clay. She wants to make it with a specific one. And it takes a processing of almost 20 days. And she has already started that process. She's bringing that. Then we'll create that Shivling. Then we will do the Sthapana of it. Then we will do the Jap of Rudrastakam Jap will be there. Then Batuk Bhairav, obviously our favorite guy. Then the Bij Mantra that you people are chanting, and the Bij Mantra of Rome will be chanted. Then the Rudra Ahuti will be done for 1008 Rudra names. And then after that, we will be starting the Mahasamadhi. And of course, there will be chanting throughout the night of Jagran. And of course, the best part, icing on the cake, the cultural activities by the kids. And the grown-ups as well. And the so-called old. And the so-called new. But many things this time. And all thanks to Hari Bhai for choosing that place. And Shivji, it was literally not possible what he has actually done. So Aliva ji, want to say something? No? Okay, good.
What he has actually done, I thought you would say that.
No, I cannot. Because
But the place looks so mesmerizing, even in the pictures. So thankful to you.
it's not about only the place. It's about what is going to happen there. So come prepared and don't come as you. And all the people, those who are Preeti ji, don't worry. You will experience. Santoshi ji, Vani ji, Deepika ji, she is still there and sitting, oh, I should have been there. You know, not only through Mala, you can do Mansik way also. That also has the impact. Now she's thinking all that is okay, like impact is there, but being in your presence, sitting there and being along with all the people is something different. And I know how to make people cry also, you see. She will start crying now. Right, Vani ji? Again, you missed me. I said, you miss those who are not with you. And why do you put me so much away from you that you miss me? Right, Shiva Guruji? You miss the one, those who are not with you. That means you have created the distance between you and me. That's why you feel I am not with you. I say, stop creating that distance. I am very much as you are with me now. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for reaching out. Thank you for your readiness. Thank you for whatever you are doing, because it is not possible without you. And it's okay. So Shivji in his new attire from black to white.
Pranam Manuji.
Pranam Shivji.
Actually, we being a remote, we miss so much. I mean, as you said, the presence on that event. But apart from that, even I heard a lot of pre-event and post-event things as well happens. Participants visiting, spending time with you, and those pictures that Haribhai shares from restaurant gathering and all. So
they don't spend time with me. They spend time with this body. They don't know that way actually. They miss out on so many things despite being in my presence. So you should not be like that. If you are with me, you should be with me. How can you lose that opportunity? I don't understand that actually. Alivaji says, Shivji, Alivaji says like it's an angelic attire today. So it is good. Like at times, Shivji, somebody said like, you look like an angel today. Oh, I said, thank God you didn't say I look like ghost.
Oh, thank you. Actually, I'm looking forward to Alivaji's song on that day, along with Rajan ji and everybody.
You don't know what kind of preparation people are doing. And literally, Sumaji and family, I said, you people have to dance also. You know what they said? And you know their age right now.
Absolutely.
They say, whatever you say, if you say we have to dance, we'll dance. We don't know how to dance, but if you say we will dance, we will dance. Because we know we will not dance, you will dance in us. That's it.
Wow.
And now these people don't understand a single word that I speak. So that's how you should be.
Wow. No, this is, you already gave a glimpse actually. Manoj ji, baaton mein hi aapne jahan pahuncha diya aaj. I was going to ask you how to be in present moment, how to be in present moment all the time. I mean, most of the time. But aapne answer karte, you just took us into that moment wahan par. And then I was there for longer time, just being in present. I mean, nothing.
It feel
it
like
was
you have
just
come
a
out of it?
glimpse.
If you think like that, you can close your eyes now and you are still there.
Absolutely.
So addiction is not wrong. Wrong addiction is wrong. इसीलिए हम कहते हैं ना, लत होनी चाहिए लेकिन गलत नहीं होनी चाहिए.
True.
So addicted to Shiva is better than addicted to what Shiva consumes. Because the consumption is created by somebody else.
Oh my God, एक बार हमने एक्सपीरियंस किया था भांग ले खाने के बाद में. ओ
I was there with Haribhai's house, and we were discussing about that, what all happened to people.
Manoj ji, एक रिक्वेस्ट है कि kindly send what we need to be ready with for remote people for preparation, like list of
Sure.
items.
Tomorrow it will be there.
Okay.
Because again, the things will not be elaborated, very simple things, you can have it.
Sure.
Chalo. Okay.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
I think
Shivji,
it's quite
and again,
late. Yeah.
Happy birthday, belated and in advance also. What a condition.
Thank you.
You can say both to him.
No, it's a beautiful family. You know, I got a lot of wishes. It was Kalyani ji's posting that, you know, that special day was there. So it just, came out of my mind that, oh, let me share. Today I'm enjoying that special day. But thank you, the whole Aham Brahmasmi family for your wishes. And I'm quite excited for Shivratri. And I wish you all the best. And Haribhai is the greatest with, all the effort behind. And
absolutely.
And as you said, rightly, the camera will definitely expose so many items around his house. I mean, he's just,
he's not
without
able to
him,
stretch
this
his
all,
legs.
nothing would have been possible.
He's sitting with his legs folded also, I believe.
Wow. And even remotely what he has sent last time, the kit and everything is such a beautiful collection of items and the quality.
Shivji, so let me tell you, Haribhai is the manager out there who sits. There are other people who are on the field whom we don't see, we don't talk about.
Absolutely.
You see, like neither Haribhai nor me has gone to the market. But all these things were taken care by Lavanya ji, Annapurna ji, and a whole long list of people.
Absolutely.
And if you ask question like how Haribhai is managing all these things, you should ask Lavanya ji how she is managing.
Absolutely. I mean, even the youngsters were so proactive in the event last time.
Everyone. I saw actually the people, those who actually traveled from Deepika ji's home, they were more energetic than the people in their 18.
Wow.
Amazing. And this time specialty, Sudha ji and unka kheer. So Shivji, on your behalf, she is also going to distribute the sweet.
Oh.
Because she is also celebrating her birthday on that day.
Oh, wonderful. Great.
So all those who are coming, abhi aur, pralobhan ek cheez hota hai na, allurings. So the allurings are Sudha ji's special kheer, Aliva ji's special songs, Haribhai's special designs. And all magic.
And Rajan ji's guest appearance as his, song.
He will not sing. He has already told that, but we'll make him sing on that day. हम बोलेंगे, if you don't know poetry, at least prose. If you cannot sing, you read. If you cannot read, you chant. But we will make him do something this time. No, the celebration itself is like, okay, ये दशहरा दिवाली से बढ़ गया है शिव जी अभी.
बिल्कुल, absolutely.
Now, only the problem is, some people will be thinking, what are these crazy people doing? Every 3 months they are doing some celebration. No, celebrations are just bahana कहते हैं ना. What do you call in English? Those are just Alivaji spoke, but excuse.
Excuses,
So Sumaji is there. Oh, good. So ये सब बहाना है आप लोगों से मिलने का. These are just excuses for me to meet you all. Because other than this, we will always be virtually sitting here and talking. I should also
Absolutely.
have that. Why should you people only have all the fun? I should also meet you people physically, right?
And Manojji, one more thing is we are going to miss your background. Today is the last day. This posture of yours has been with us for so long, but we are excited also to see in the new home from the next session. So everybody, I think, let us celebrate that Manojji's new home is going to be.
I have consecrated this place. I don't know what will happen to the people, those who come after this. Some people should actually rent this house and stay here for some time,
Wow.
But don't worry, we will take the Battis Singhasan along with me. But again, that's
Great,
not
thank
my
you.
doing. Haribhai will take care of all those things. I just move from here to there. And Shiva Guruji, what Haribhai said, don't hire a mover and packers. I said, why? He said, so many people are there. If everybody carries one box, it's enough. Amazing you people are. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, Haribhai, with this, we will, thanks to all the volunteers. Because if I take the names now, it is a long list of things. Alivaji, all squirrels will reach to and put the setu together. And without those squirrels, the setu could not have been built. In any form you choose yourself, you will find the divinity within. And you only find divinity within because divinity has found you. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for your awareness, being conscious. Thank you for your readiness. And surely we will see you in another dimension. Har Har Mahadev.
Har Har Mahadev.
Stay Shiva, be Shiva. Thank you so much.
Manojji would like to add a few points regarding this event. Manojji.
Please.
Okay. As I think everybody is excited for the Shivratri event, and there are a couple of things I would like to get it clarified. Most of the people, they are asking for the dress code. So let me tell you that we have decided for the gents the same old yellow color, because we don't want to again go for the shopping.
Yeah,
But,
exactly. So Hari Bhai has stopped all the males to go shopping.
But I couldn't stop females, so we have changed the colors for females. So it is going to be a green color. Preferably, this going to be a peacock green. If not any shade of green.
Any shade of green is good, because if you say peacock green, then they will kill a few and put their color on themselves.
So that is regarding the dress code. And also people are asking me what to get. So only thing you need to get is your mala, rudraksh, and if possible, get your asan, your mat.
Mat.
Yes. If you can get these two things, remaining thing we will provide you. And yes, regarding these registrations, still I have received only 50 registrations. Please register yourself so that we know how many people are coming, so that we can make all those arrangements. That is the third thing. And the fourth thing is the people who are coming from the out of station and who are willing to stay at the same place, same venue. If you can let me know your date of arrival, date of departure, so that I can make arrangements of your room. If not, you can stay any other hotel. That is not a problem. But if you want to stay at the same premises of the venue, then please let me know. Please message me on my personal window, so that I can make the arrangements. That is regarding the general audience thing. And regarding volunteers, we have been coordinating with them, and in the group, there will be a physical meeting on Saturday. I'll let you know the timing. If possible, please, all the volunteers, please do come on that day, so that we can physically examine the premises, because this time we have changed the menu also. So there will be little changes in the arrangement part. So please come on that Saturday evening. I will be posting the timing also. And that's it, Manas bhai.
Yes, and a few things that were issues there has been resolved. One is parking, and then washrooms, and all those stuffs have been taken care of. So this time all those issues will not be there. Hari bhai, there was a question by Deepika ji whether the online people have to register.
No, not required, because we'll be sharing the link in the main groups. So there will be a live YouTube running, like every time what we do for all the events. So you won't be missing anything. We have made all the arrangements. Maybe this time we will try that there won't be any quality issues, because last time we had some technical difficulties. So this time we are trying to resolve all those things. So you will be in loop. Don't worry.
And also all the people, those who are coming, like last time we created those bags, and there was a lot of confusion. So this time all the puja samagri will also be arranged by us. So you need not bring anything with you. As Hari bhai said, your mala and your asan, if you can bring it, that's enough. And remember, whichever mala or rudraksh you are doing the jap on, bhasma ka jo kar rahe ho na, bring that with you. Don't forget. So thank you everyone. Yeah, Mamta ji, not only Hari bhai, the entire team of volunteers, amazing work they are doing. So thank you to all who are on screen, off screen, whose names appear, whose names don't appear, but they are not working for any name or photo. They just work because they feel like working. They feel like celebrating, not working. They just feel like celebrating. So thank you all. Any other questions that we missed? Don't worry, Deepika ji, someday you will also get the chance. And that day, puri kasar nikali jayegi. You think you people are sitting far off, so you will be. Someday we will fly there, and you people have to arrange everything. And that day we'll see what you are doing. We have almost 15-20 people down there in US from different part of US now. So someday we might just, if we see you are delaying more, Right, Shiva Guruji? We will jump there. Please come. Some people have already cooked for me. Chalo. So thank you. I believe like all the questions have been answered and all the things will be taken care of. And let us create another, as Haribhai says, another benchmark. Haribhai always believes in raising the bar higher every time. We thought Shivratri was something, then Guru Purnima came. Then Guru Purnima was something, then Dhanakashan Bhairav came. And the most amazing part, Shivji, by looking at us, the venue people started raising their... they thought, no, these people are good enough. So, all goes. At times you go through all these things and you sit and laugh, right? All that you can do is laugh. That is good. But there are so many people, those who will make sure this time Kishorji is within us. So thank you, everyone. I don't know why I don't want to go away. Might be because of the long time we are meeting, or after some long time we will be meeting. But that's it. So have a wonderful night for all the people, those who are about to sleep, and those who are awakened now, please be a wide awake. And those who are going to sleep also, make sure you sleep with wakefulness. So thank you so much. See you all on Mahashivratri.